NGT, Neo-Geo Trio. I'm Mike Murtis, as you can see below, and this is episode 5. We got 3 more great Neo-Geo CD games: King of the Monsters 2, King of the Fighters 99, and a pro wrestling game, 3 Count Bout. We're going to go ahead and get the chops and the woos and the you can't see me's out of the way and start out with 3 Count Bout, so here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, are you looking to play a wrestling game on the Neo-Geo CD? Well, you're gonna play this because it's the only wrestling game on the Neo-Geo CD. That being said, 3 Count Bout is a lot of fun, though don't expect a sim wrestling game like WWF SmackDown vs. Raw. Wait a minute, did I just say WWF? I'm sorry, that was a long time ago. I meant to say WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. But seriously, it's not a sim wrestling game like that, or even WWF No Mercy. There, I got my federations right. Anyways, this is definitely more of an arcade game, so expect to be doing some mashing of the buttons rather than trying to find the right grab and the right position to slam your opponent to the mat. It plays a lot like Capcom's Saturday Night Slam Masters. It's very, very similar to that. Overall, though, the presentation of this game is excellent. The characters are large, and the environments look good. I mean, take a look at that audience. Sure, you'll see the obvious clone of the person every 4th row, but still, even the audience characters are large, and it really gives you the feel that you're about to enter the ring and beat the crap out of your opponent. You have your basic punch-kick moves, as well as a variety of a couple special moves that you could pull off, and then there's the grappling system. The object of the grappling system is basically grab your opponent and smash the button as fast as you can in order to pull off your move. You can do power bombs, suplexes, and a variety of other moves. You can also knock your opponent down on the mat by doing a dash, as well as doing a clothesline to knock him down as well. Body tackles are in this game, side suplexes, and you even have your submission moves that you can do, from Boston Crabs to cross faces and more. There's a variety of different matches in this game. One is your standard wrestling match. The second is a street match, which is actually more of a last man standing match, meaning you knock your opponent down, and if he stays down for the 10 count, you win. There's also the death match, which adds a couple more elements. I will say that the computer in this game can be pretty cheap, and I've also played this once on the actual Neo Geo arcade hardware. It was pretty hard, and I got my butt kicked pretty quickly. Overall, though, this is a fun game to play if you're looking to do some sort of wrestling game on the Neo Geo CD, and its presentation is excellent, so I give it a 5 out of 5. King of Fighters, another great fighting game series from SNK. Used to play this a lot in the arcades, and funny enough, I always used to call it the King of the Fighters, and I still find myself slipping every once in a while. I hear other players call it King of the Fighters too. Is there actually a real name that this is supposed to be called by? I'm pretty sure it's King of Fighters. Anyway, King of Fighters 99 is a great game, and it's one of my favorite in the King of Fighters series. Great backgrounds, fluid animation, big characters, a fighting combo system that just makes sense, and a whole bunch of power moves. And who couldn't enjoy 3-on-3 fighting with an assist partner? Now, this port does retain a lot of the original stuff, but unfortunately it has a long amount of loading times, and just in between matches. They should have added some awkward conversation pieces during the matches, like this one for example.
Round 2.
Yo, Andy, I just totally kicked the crap out of your girlfriend. She's like on the way to the ER now. Thanks a lot, bro. You didn't even hold back on her. She's like already made out of 85% silicone. Hey, Andy, what do you say to a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing, she's already been told twice. Okay, that wasn't that funny, but you gotta understand that something like that would have been better than just having the player sit in silence waiting for the next match to load. You would think that SNK would have had the game load all the characters that were selected pre-match, especially considering that the first match takes about a minute to a minute and 15 to actually start up, but that's not the case. You sit there wondering if the game is actually loading or if it's frozen up on you, and then the match starts, you think you're good to go, you beat a character, and then you're forced to sit through another long loading screen again, as demonstrated by what I did. Maybe it'd be better if there weren't conversations, and obviously there's not in the actual game, but something would have been better to indicate that the game is actually working. The now loading screen just doesn't cut it. If I were just reviewing this game on gameplay, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5, but this Neo-Geo CD port is one you want to stay away from. I give this a 1 out of 5 stars. This is terrible. SNK should have canceled this game on releasing it for the Neo-Geo CD. It is not worth it. Stay away from this version of the game, guys. I highly recommend you do, unless you got a lot of time to wait. It's worth trying on emulation, anything but this. Let's go on to our next game. If you like monster movies like Godzilla, you'd probably really enjoy King of the Monsters too. The basic premise is that you play as one of 3 monsters and you're defending the Earth from various invaders by slamming them across the cityscape and picking up skyscrapers or other objects to throw at them. A lot of fun. My brother and I used to play this a lot on the Super Nintendo version, though it was more of a straight up versus fighting game. The Neo Geo version adds side-scrolling elements where you're forced to fight Earth's army as you try to find the monster that's attacking the planet. Even your own monster doesn't get any defense on Earth's side. It's all up to you to destroy the invader, and to stop the humans while you're at it too from destroying you. What made this game so interesting is that it seemed to take elements from a game called Rampage, which had you destroying cityscapes as well, but they threw in defeating the other monster as another element to it. The environments in the actual game are small, but that is meant for scale for the monsters. They're colorful, fun, and there's a lot going on, and it makes for a very fun gameplay experience, though after a while it does kind of get a little bit boring. Overall, though, I found this game to be very fun, and I liked it a lot more than the original King of Monsters, and it's above and beyond better than the Super Nintendo version. I give this one a 4 out of 5 because it did get kind of boring about halfway through it. This has been another episode of Neo-Geo Trio, folks. Be sure to comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and spread the word about the show so we can get some more fans and spread the word about Neo-Geo CD goodness. Take it easy, guys.